I love anime, but let's be real, anime is the comfort zone. Power fantasies, epic battles, your chosen one narratives, it's endless, glorious content specifically designed for you to self-insert. It is one of the best mediums available because of the sheer ability to escape into it. To not have to live in the real world, the one that, let's be honest, sucks sometimes, most of the time, but instead to live vicariously through these different characters and an interesting plot is what a lot of us would reasonably want to do. But what if there was a deeper conspiracy? What if these organizations are plotting against you because they know about your potential? Well, that is exactly what Welcome to the NHK is about. This isn't just an anime about a shut-in, it's a psychological horror story dressed up as a slice of life. And spoiler alert, it's about you. Yeah, you and me, the one scrolling on their phone telling themselves they'll start tomorrow, because NHK, while standing for a Japanese network, is not just a Japanese phenomenon. It's the global epidemic of stagnation. Meet Tatsuhiro Satō, our main guy. He's been a hikikomori for years, which is just another word for shut-in, convinced that the entire world is run by the Nihon Hikikomori Kyokai, a shadowy conspiracy dedicated to making him a shut-in forever. Ironically, I'm seeing a lot of these conspiracy guys in the political world, but let's keep the focus on the show for now. I mean, Satō isn't lazy. He's strategically avoiding everything that makes him anxious. And guess what? Society has built an entire infrastructure to help him do it. His room isn't a prison, it's a perfectly tailored, self-destructive paradise. We see his paranoia, his internal monologues about his own worthlessness, and his complete agonizing inability to leave his apartment. Look guys, you call this a Discord mod, I call this a government conspiracy. NHK nails the anxiety of the modern condition. It shows us how the convenience and the pressure of a hyper-competitive world creates the perfect breeding ground to do absolutely nothing. It's not just introversion, it's a mentality that's enabled by 21st century comfort. Of course, he's borderline insane for thinking that the TV network has devised a specific plan for paradise so that he'll never reach his full potential, but he's right about one thing. It has certainly enabled it, and in fact wants him to behave in this way so they can continue to profit. And then there's Misaki. She's the manic pixie dream girl that every chronically online dude wants, who's also a manipulative mess and on the verge of a total collapse herself. Like I said, the one that every dude wants. The truth, she's not saving Satō, she's using him as her own therapy project. And he's happy to be used because it's less work than trying to help himself. It's a perfect toxic symbiosis. She gets a sense of purpose from fixing the broken thing, and he gets an external force to blame when he inevitably fails to change. We eventually learn the truth about her own family background and deep psychological issues, and that this isn't altruism, it's a distraction technique. This is the danger of codependency. Misaki represents the insidious N.H.K, the internal conspiracy of self-deception, where we try to fix others to avoid looking at our own damage. And the story expands beyond the central duo to show us how many ways people find to hide. We see the creative isolation of Yamazaki, the fellow hikikomori who finds solace in otaku culture. He makes games, so he must be productive, right? Well, he's just swapped one insulated world for another. His passion is a sophisticated hiding spot, proving that work and passion can also be a form of escape. What is the ultimate product of his isolation? Pururin. The fictional girl, Pururin is the idealized, compliant, non-judgmental female male fantasy. The ultimate prize of the otaku trap. She represents the complete manufactured escape from the complex reality of women like Misaki and Hitomi. Then we have Sato's university senpai, Hitomi Kashiwa. She introduces him to the pyramid scheme and later the internet suicide club. Hitomi along with the others represent different shades of the broken outside worlds. They show that even quote-unquote normal people are desperately clinging to equally fraudulent promises. Whether it's the MLM trap for financial salvation or the suicide club as the ultimate destructive escape, the show makes it clear that every external fix share one fatal flaw. They promise a way out without requiring the hard, painful work of genuine change. The series constantly reminds us that every external lever is just another layer of comfort. NHK isn't about a clean recovery arc. It's about 2 steps forward, 1 step back, sometimes 3 steps back into the abyss. And I like that because it's honest. Every time Sato or Misaki seem to be getting better, life pulls the rug out from under them. Or more accurately, they pull it out from under themselves. Look at the schemes, the MLM, the internet club, they all promise a quick fix, a magical instant transformation, and they all fail spectacularly. The show is brutally honest. It shows Sato's brief moments of clarity, followed by the crushing weight of anxiety and the inevitable retreat to the safety of his apartment. The ending itself is ambiguous, but progress is made, and the fight is far from over. Real change is hard and messy. There are no easy answers, and recovery is a continuous, often agonizing process. It's not one destination that you arrive at. So what's the real takeaway from Welcome to the NHK? Is there a government conspiracy against you? Well, if it exists, then I'm certainly not a part of it. Why would you think that? What's that over there?
Strategic retreat! Run away! I'll show myself out.
It's a warning, a mirror. The NHK conspiracy is not some shadowy organization out there trying to ruin your life. It's about the comfort zone that you build around yourself. It's the excuses you make and the fear that you let paralyze you. It's the message that ironically motivational speakers push out, but without the edgy lack of nuance. Because while the internet offers connection, it also offers the most sophisticated escape route from reality we've ever seen. The ability to be completely isolated and yet completely entertained is its own real conspiracy. But stop waiting for a Misaki to save you. Stop waiting for a magical transformation. Your comfort zone is seductive. It's safe, but it's slowly, subtly killing your potential. Break the contract, get outside, even if it's just to buy bread, because the biggest conspiracy isn't out there, it's the one you let brew inside of your head. I watched this anime when I was at a really low point. It was during COVID, stuck in my room and with a broken leg from football. I wasn't gonna be a complete shut-in, but I might as well have been. I didn't want to socialize. I didn't want to live in the world that felt like it was just beating me up. But if there's a true conspiracy, something that wanted me down, then it would be glad to see me comfortable down there. And I can't let that happen. I mean, I live to prove the haters wrong. I live to prove Satan wrong. And the moment I stop doing that is the moment they won. And I'll be damned if my spiteful ass doesn't keep fighting. And that's why I think you should too. It was my 22nd birthday, December 14th. And guess what I was doing? Working on this video. Look, my schedule will never be perfect, ever. And there's reasons as to why. But never question my dedication, because that's what I was doing on my birthday, working on this video. And yeah, I mean nobody told me to. I just decided to do that myself. Yo, tell me this is not tough. I got this as a gift, some Hypeland merch. But yeah, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry it took so long, but I now have a full-time job that is not only 40 hours but potentially 60 hours a week. And I'm not gonna rant about it because I complain, I feel like, every other video, and it's not your guys' problem. But with that being said, it was something I expected to happen. I expected to get a job at some point because I have to support my family. That's the main thing. And for myself too. I need some type of money, but YouTube will always be there. And there's this funny story, like when I got the job, I was having dinner, it was around Thanksgiving with my family, and then my mom's like, oh, probably won't have time for that YouTube stuff, huh? That was like a shot to the chest. I mean, to me, like, I never thought about it like that, and I've never thought about it as a side thing. And I've said this in another video where I love like making videos for you guys, and I love the interaction that I get I also thought I made a video on this anime already, but I didn't. I made like a compilation of a bunch of anime, but I'm realizing I should make more single, videos on some of these amazing anime, like Welcome to the NHK, which is also surprisingly hopeful. Like, revisiting this, I forgot a lot, honestly, because I watched it so long ago, but it's honestly a great point about even if there's this conspiracy out there, like, you should be doing everything in your power to try to fight it. And that's what the main point of this is, but in a realistic story where it's a guy who's a shut-in and a girl who also has their own problems, and they're both real people, not these perfect heroes or anything like that. And I love that about the show, and that's just a great message about life, I feel like. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have anything to say, leave them down in the comments below. I respond to basically everything. So yeah, and thank you guys for the constant support throughout all of this, because honestly, I've never been that consistent, and it's not because I don't want to be. I just don't want to pump out some garbage just because I have less time. I'd rather take more time to make the stuff I want to make, and I appreciate you guys for letting me do that and still being around. Like, it's ridiculous that you guys do that, honestly. But yeah, and for anyone new here, I'm glad you made it to this point, and I might see you in the next one.